Hello YouTube and welcome back to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Seraphin and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in the Pacific Northwest in that wonderful little town of Belfair, Washington, or Hickville, USA as I love to call it. So welcome to my channel everybody. So this is my September 2025's Paper Pumpkin Alternative video number 12. Move the whiteboard. Part of me doesn't want to touch anything right now, guys, and that's just because, oh, infectious viruses are out and about in the middle school. Oh, nasty little buggies, right? Petri dishes, all these little kids. So God notified that the nasty hand and foot virus is making its way through the middle school, probably through the high school too, as they share both the campus. And so Hank came home and it's like, what did you touch? I have to Lysol everything. And he's like, what are you talking about? And I told him, I said, you go right now. You scrub everything. I said, everything on you. You scrub it all. He's like, what are you talking about? I said, what have you touched? Because everything has to be Lysoled. He's like, my phone, my backpack. I said, everything. And this is the way it's going to be for probably a week or 2 weeks. I have to Lysol everything that you touched. And when you come home, I said, you're going to have to go straight to the bath and scrub head to toe because this is just not happening. Just not happening. So I'm a little like, oh yeah. Oh, yes. If you can prevent it, we are preventing it. Sometimes you can't prevent it. Sometimes, things just prevail. But in the meantime, it is I am preventive maintenance here. And I still smell Lysol in my nose right now from spraying the house down. I need to run to, I need to go to Costco and I need to get a big jug of Lysol sanitizing stuff for the laundry and a big 3-pack of Lysol spray for the house because it's going to be one of those years for viruses. I just know it. So being said, y'all have a good chuckle because yes, it's that kind of year. That's the way the school year bounces, right? So this kit is called Fall for Toile. So September 2025's kit, 9 cards, 3, 3, and 3, and 3 different colored flaps for the envelopes. So we have Cajun Craze, Pumpkin Pie, and Pecan Pie. As always, on the back, this QR code would lead you to a video that would show you how to put this kit together as it is designed. A visual of everything in the kit down here. It lists those coordinating colors. Videos 1 through 5, I share with you everything that comes in the kit. After that, we just kind of move along. This one down here would lead you to the Circle of Season dies. It's a set of 9 dies. They will coordinate with July, August, and September's Paper Pumpkin Kit. The new set of dies, which I really do want to use, I just haven't got a chance to use them yet, will coordinate with October, November, and December's Paper Pumpkin Kit. The new stamp sets are out and about. Wishing you the happiest of days. Thankful, the little geese, warm wishes, the 3 leaves, the pumpkins, the acorns, and the thinking of you. And I have used all of them. And I think I will continue to use all of them. So that being said, we're going to move it aside. Now, this is what I have for us. And I have already done some heat embossing. And I've used the old Gold Glory because look how much I have. I'm not buying new embossing powder. And it still works great. I'm just going to demonstrate how to do this type of embossing as my heat gun reaches literally, it won't even reach the camera because that's how far the cord reaches. There's no point. It's not going to reach. And they're really noisy to do that. So you'll see I already have it done. Plus, I do not like, with polymer stamp sets, I don't like to leave versamark. I don't like to leave this on my stamps, guys. It's probably just me personally, but I like to scrub that off immediately. So I stamped it, embossed it, and I immediately took my stamp into the kitchen. I used a little Dawn dish soap with a little toothbrush, and I scrubbed it really well. And I don't have any sticky residue on my stamp because Versamark will build up on your stamps, and I like to get that off. I like it to stay off. So, but please note, I'm going to show you how I did this on a piece of vellum. So let's find what we're using first. So I have a white card base, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4 with its white envelope. Now we are using an envelope here. You can see that little, this is pumpkin pie edge of the flap here. So we are going to trim this down a bit, not yet. I'm not sure exactly how much. I haven't got there yet, but this is the front part of the envelope, and I used the Forever Plaid embossing folder, which, thank you, Carol, this has become like a go-to for me. I cannot believe how much I love this embossing folder. But we're going to use some ink spots to color this up. And I think I'll be using a couple of these to get ink off of my Cajun Craze spot here in a minute. This is the back part of the flap. I just trimmed it down, and I'll probably be using this one in a later video. Now, this is 1/2 of the card base from the kit, and I die cut that great big leaf for my last video, and I told you we were going to use this, and I am. So that's this. This is 1/2 of a card base with a leaf die cut of your choice. Then I have a bit of that pecan pie ribbon, and I think we're going to use this sentiment strip from the kit. I might change my mind. You never know. It just will depend. So this piece is, I'm going to forget right now. I thought I wrote it down, but apparently if I did, I don't know where it is. 3 3/4 by 4 1/8. It was just a scrap piece, and it happens to fit the back. I didn't need to do the entire piece. I just needed it big enough to go behind the leaf. Might need to do some adjusting there. Hopefully enough of it will still stick on, because I do want it centered. And we're going to do some coloring behind the vellum. So let's do that first. So I'm going to bring this in, and I'm going to bring in my trusty sponge daubers here. Mossy Meadow. Mossy Meadow. Mossy Meadow. Mellow Moss used to be an ink color, by the way, if you're wondering. So I'm just going to ink up some sections of this. I do want, I don't know, we're just going to ink up some there. Crushed curry. You can always take it over here and take a look. I might need some more crushed curry, but we're going to try to do it without. I am pushing really hard on this. Oops, I didn't want to do that, but it's all right. We'll work with it. And my Cajun Craze here. I'm going to add some over here. Then I'm going to bring in the Mossy Meadow this time. Oh, really looks great when you huff on it, right? And I think we'll do some more Cajun Craze over here. I'm not sure what all's going to show up in the window, but we're going to work with it. And I think we need some more. I kind of wanted the yellow in the center there. Just keep huffing on it. I haven't re-inked any of these guys. There's quite a bit right there. A little bit more. I'm probably going to have this on my lips here in a minute. Oh, that looks really nice. Really nice, but I can see here All right, now we're going to set that aside. So next we're going to work with the this piece, our embossed image. Now I told you I am going to use this. This is a new Cajun Craze, the one from the kit. Now this is really inky and I want to take some of the ink off. So a tissue paper, this happens to be a coffee filter that I have in my, I use this for embossing. I'll show you the other one, what I do with them. But I'm just going to keep really pushing that ink out because it's really inky. And when I do this technique, I really don't want as much ink there. Throw that away. Hopefully that got out a lot of it. So to emboss, I took my piece of vellum. I inked this up with versamark. Ink, 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 right? Stamped it. You could use an embossing buddy first. First you would wipe it down with the embossing buddy, ink up your stamp, and then stamp in versamark. Take your embossing powder. I usually do it over a coffee filter. Sprinkle it over. And, oh, look at that. There is absolutely nothing in that corner. Tip it like this, right? And then you heat set it. Now, while you are inking it up and doing all that stuff, set your heat gun to on and let it sit, you know, away where you're not going to blow the embossing powder around, because the hotter the gun is, it's going to activate this embossing powder and it's going to melt it like that. It took absolutely nothing to get this done, and it didn't warp my vellum. But I can see now, I'm looking for this. Do you see that? There's absolutely nothing there. So let's go, whatever's in my hand here, whatever I picked up, we're going to put in this corner. All right, we did crushed curry. So that is how I did this. Now we are going to work with this. So the first thing I want to do is the pecan pie. And we're going to go one way. Ooh, I don't have a crushed curry though, do I? I know I don't. Okay, so I'm going to take it and do some streaks. So I'm going to come across here. And I'm going to come across here like that. That's really cool. Now I'm going to take my, oh, we'll save that. I really do want to go in this direction with crushed curry. But since I don't have a crushed curry, let's see about, I'm looking for my really big, thick water painter here. Give me a second. The really wide one, you know. It looks like it's got water all over it, and that's not what I want, but I can dry it off. Where's my little towel? And my crushed curry, which I left open all night long, trying to dry this up. Gonna brush. That'll work too. So if you don't have a spot, if you have one of these, you could use this. Oh, I like that. I will take this in and clean it. That'll be the easiest way. I know you could squeeze the water out, but for me, I'm just going to take it in and clean it. Then I want to take my newly not so inked one, and I want to run this in this direction now, in the opposite direction. I'm just making my own plaid. So I want to go this way. Oh, yes. Oh, so nice. So nice. And it's so much better now that it is not so juicy. that looks so cool. So cool for fall. Look at this. Look at those gorgeous colors. Right? We do have to trim this down. Now I'm thinking this needs a little bit more colors. I'm going to give you a look-see here. See, look at that. Isn't that beautiful back there? But this is so plain. So the question is what can I do to make this better? And I'm thinking fingers. I think I would like to stamp with this. This is from the, oh, wait a minute. I could try, why don't I try this leaf? Some of these. This is from Wonderful. I got it for $2.99 at the thrift store. Why not try something different? I know these are smaller. I think this would look better, but I'm thinking these would work as well. I have yet to do these. This is from Time of Giving. I wonder, oh, wouldn't that acorn be cute? This acorn would be cute, but I'm really thinking this leaf is what I'm really liking. This leaf would work too. And these were back when they wanted to do their cling, and their cling didn't stick at all. No stick, no stick, no stick. Yes, no stick. And it's pouring. Today, guys, it will be practice in the rain. Bring it on. The kids are going to love it. And yes, they will love practicing in the pouring rain. I had to go to my hubby and ask him if he had some 32 degrees pants for Hank to wear under his clothes, because he is going to get soaked. And I have yet, well, I haven't really been to Walmart lately, but I do need to see about getting him some thermals that fit him, because he outgrew his mediums and he needs large. And my hubby likes his big. So when I go with my Aunt Carol, we'll be going to look to see if they got some 32 degrees heat thermals. So I'm just putting some tear tape on here. It doesn't stay permanently. You could use whatever adhesive you got to make stamps like that work. So these are red rubber, so I don't need the Stampin' Pierce mat. But what we're going to stamp these in is, I really think crumb cake would be best. I'm probably going to stamp off as well. So I want a scratch piece as well, because I don't want like a lot of ink on here. So let's have a look-see. Oh, yes. Most definitely. So stamp off. We're going to stamp one there. We're just adding a little bit more pattern to it, right? And I want one here. And I do want to bring it into the inner part of the leaves. I want to save that, I think, for this big leaf. Oh, yes. I mean, you could stamp all those little leaves, but this is going to cover so much more ground. 2. Don't be afraid to stamp the stem. Don't be afraid to do that. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. I'm going to hold off doing anything else, but I'm going to set those aside. I'm feeling a little bit like this needs some, so I'm just going to huff on this. For me, those just needed a little bit in the corner. Now I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna trim. Do I trim this down? Where's my card base? This is the full size of the card base. I think we'll keep it the full size of the card base. All right, so this needs to be trimmed down a bit. Yeah, I'm not done with that ink pad yet. We're not done. We're not done. So this can come down to like, you can do it to 4 1/4, but I am going to take it a hair less, just so that I know that it won't show. And this, remember, is the envelope. It's just going to be that hair less than everything on there. And hopefully Tombow is willing to work today. With this embossed image, as detailed as it is, the Tombow kind of does help. It does have its uses. Just, it's not my preferred glue. All right. Now this, I'm going to take the ink pad because this is a cloth pad, not a foam pad. If I had a foam pad here, I would be using a sponge dauber, but I'm using my good old faithful cloth pad. You could get a spot. And I think I'm going to get out a sponge dauber actually and go on the inside of here. I already have them out. And this one is really chewed up. It will chew these up. I'll be sitting up higher in the seats tonight. Because I don't want to be down where I normally sit, because it's going to get wet. I better get out the heavier jacket tonight too, because it's going to get cold. It's already cold. I don't have to get in every nook and cranny. That worked really well, getting the sides of it. This is going to turn out to be one great card. It just is. This is one of those that I could make several of this design. It's keeping myself from doing so, but maybe I will do another one, but landscape, something similar in design. Because I just see this being, oh, I just love it. All right. So now we can do our vellum. We need to get it centered in there, right? So let's pull off our tear tape. I was trying to do a little bit of prep work. I think I'm going to do it this way, just so I can easier see where. I keep turning that, and I don't want to turn it, but it keeps doing that. There we go. Oh, that looks so good. So good. So now, because I didn't get it perfectly in alignment, I need my wonderful little anti-sticks powder that Phyllis got me. This is wonderful stuff. I never knew, guys. I mean, there is so much I don't know about the crafting world. But this stuff is fantastic. Phyllis, thank you so much. I do love that. As you can tell, I use that. I really do use that. And my corn is back. And once again, I went to Walmart today to get my hubby a lock. Because his lock broke on the garage. And I forgot to go look for different scissors. And that corn hurts, believe it or not. And I can't believe that the dermatologist was right. He told me it's going to come right back if you do not change. And I do try. But sometimes you forget and you start. I just had to trim that out. So, oh my goodness, look at how pretty that is. But we're not done with this. We are not done. We are so not done with this. I want to take this and I want to stick it around here like that. So we're going to do that. And I might just tie some, what? I'm thinking I want to get some, wouldn't this be cute on some of that for fall? That would make some, I'm going to have to do that. Let's see. That fall ribbon I want is not in here. Hold on. The retired ribbon box. There is some creamy caramel. Yes, that used to be a color. Let's see. This, I'm thinking that I can layer this up. Look at that, right? Cute together. Really, really cute. And then I could pinch it here and do a little bow. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Okay. So we're going to cut it here. Same length as the ribbon from the kit. I'm going to add not a full piece, but a couple of pieces on here. Just to help hold it in place. Come on. I think, oh, I'm going to have to leave that ribbon out because I like it with this, though I only have like 1.5 pieces left. That is so not straight. Can you guys hear the rain? I have my door open. I absolutely love it. So we could do, I really want to do a full bow. Bow maker. I want a bow. I want a bow. This card deserves a full bow. It just deserves it. But to make the little pinch point in, I should have held, what's wrong with me? I should have held them both at the same time. So now I gotta do this one at a time. Let's see. There. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a little piece of, that'll work. Whatever this is in my desk here, because you're not going to see it. I want it right here. Hopefully this works. The pinch point. This is actually embossing thread. Silver embossing thread, that is. And it may or may not work. It was just in my loose in there. Oh, that's not going to work. It's not going to hold it. Okay. Pull. Reapply the tweezers. Nope, that did not work at all. Look at that. That did not work. Okay, we need the linen thread. I think the other linen thread, this will work. I have to find the pinch point again, right here. Let's pre-pinch it. Ugh. It's gonna be a night. It probably would have worked had I pre-pinched the ribbon. Yes, now we can put it down. So tear tape. Let's see where we're going to put it. Right on the 1 inch line. Thank goodness that field, I will say, thank goodness that field is no longer a mud pit like when my son played there, because, oh, that was nothing but mud in the center. It was mud on the 50-yard line. Now, my kid loved playing in the mud over there. Football, I think all the boys did playing mud. In fact, we as parents were up there talking about that. And was talking to Justice and Jissa that, you know, I just remember football season being nothing but rain back in the day. And then Jissa said, guys, this season much earlier than the high school football season. Yes, the high school's going, but it goes longer, and it is in the rain. And I said, Jissa, look across from you. I said, those were the only bleachers. They're concrete over there. I said, you had to bring an umbrella or a raincoat, and you had to watch through the rain in your face. And this is no lie, okay? We didn't have a covered seating area when my kid and Jissa and Justice were in high school. There was no covered seating, not for the band. The band, everybody, because Jissa was in the band, my daughter was in the band, right? Though she didn't stay in the band for long. They played in the pouring torrential rain. They played in the rain, in the stands. They just did. That's where you sat. That's where us parents sat. We sat in the rain. Yes, we did. You want to watch your kid play? You sit in the rain. On hard concrete steps. Nothing like the ones we have now on the opposite side. So am I thankful? Yes. I like the covered aluminum steps I sit in very comfortably. But it was odd for me the first year Hank played football, because I felt like we should be in what is considered visitors side. But that is no longer. There's a new sound booth over there, you know, and everybody sits over there. The visitors now have the uncovered stairs if you want to sit over there. But normally everybody sits in the one seating area. But it is the home side now. It's just the opposite end of the field. Oh, so cute. And we still have to to determine how do I want to raise it up, or do I want it to be solid down to the card. I don't want it up. So yes, there is a ooh, I'm going to have to add some tear tape to that as well. So it was just interesting because we were laughing about it. Yeah, concrete. I remember those nights in the pouring rain and those boys out there in the mud. Ankle deep mud, not just any mud. It was ankle deep mud just out there. And they loved it. They loved it. Of course, they're boys, right? Who wouldn't love playing in the mud? My son didn't mind one bit. I didn't want his stinky shoes. That mud stunk. I'm telling you, that was the stinkiest mud ever. It was like the stinkiest mud. I wouldn't let him bring his shoes in. We put the boot dryer on the back porch for him because those things were nasty, smelly. I know this took a while, guys, but look how pretty that is. So we're not using this at all. Oh, too nice. So for the inside, oh, I do have I wonder if it's still together. Hold on. We're going to use this, I think. No, we'll use the other one because I don't want to, this one, we don't need. I'm going to stamp this in the center like so. There should be plenty. We can get rid of the crumb cake and we can use the early espresso to make the next stamping. Oh, here it is. Look, it's still mounted. So we have the acorns and thankful for friends like you. This is from this paper pumpkin, August 2019, a gift of fall. And we'll do the happy Thanksgiving down below. I've been doing it down at the bottom, just a little different. Oh, it's not inked up all the way. And we have to do the envelope. Could have done better, and I would have had a better image had I done it on the Stampin' Pierce mat, which was just underneath quite a bit of stuff. So where is my envelope? Get that ready. And the happy Thanksgiving. Just down here. And oh, so nice. Uh-oh, I can hear my daughter. She's probably going to come out and say, Mom, we got to go. I know we got to go. I know this. I know. And we're going to do warm wishes. Hopefully this time straight. We can only hope, right? Warm wishes. And I hope Hank stays warm, but he won't. I'm going to bring a towel. Big towel. All right, everybody. There we go. I do have to scrub my stamps off because I can't leave them with ink on them. That would just not go. So I hope you like all that we did for this one simple card. But oh, it's so pretty. I would love to know how many of you have that Waterfall. I can't find it now. Here it is. This stamp set. Wonderful. And let me know if you have it, if this stamp set had dies, because I'd love to look for them. But I'm not sure if it had dies or it didn't. So let me know if you have it, and let me know if it had dies, please. I would love to know. So thanks for watching, everybody, and I hope to see you all again soon here in my Wonderland. Bye-bye for now, everyone.